There's a comment chat on the sidebar. Oh, right. We should be live now. So
live.
Hello.
Hi guys, how's it going?
So
Chris,
what we normally do is give it like
first?
a minute or two because no one's there.
I know, so that's why I'm filling this space with conversation. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing good. I'm very stressed as usual because there's an event due and I feel very unprepared, even though it's all totally kosher and we are on it.
Nice.
How about you, Ilan? How's tricks?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I say this as if I didn't talk to you for 2 hours last night.
I know, but I'll just say I'm fine, and I don't have to go into all the details. But yeah, I'm doing good, Chris. Keeping busy over here in Frankfurt. And Alabama, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
You sound very enthusiastic about your fine.
All I do is work. I don't do anything else.
I know. It's like that. I call my parents every day to kind of like, just so I keep touch with them, And every time I call them, I've got nothing to tell you. I'm calling you just so that I'm acknowledging you exist every day, And it sounds mean to say that. I want to call you, but you have nothing to say. It's like, so how are you? It's like, all right, went for a walk.
Yeah.
And that's it. My dad's every time I call my dad, he's like, "Yeah, went for a walk today. Went to see your uncle Brian, and now I'm cooking for your mother for when she comes home." Yeah, so that's it. And he says that every day. And every day I tell him, "Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm working hard. Mariam's working hard. We'll see you soon, I hope." That's it.
Yeah. Every time I talk, my folks are like, "Nothing's happened. Nothing's changed. Nice to see you, though."
Yeah. Thanks for calling.
Yeah. So we've actually got some audience at the minute. So
hey,
hi, Kazi. How you doing? Did your T-shirts arrive? Yes.
It's very personal information. The first person to stick in. Is that a universal question for everyone? Louise, did your T-shirts arrive?
No, I'm sorry. I haven't sent Lou any T-shirts.
Okay.
I hope everyone's good. Yeah, right. So we have a few people joined us already. So hello, Liverpool Horror Club is the term that we use, isn't it? Oh my God, I've forgotten how to talk to people. There's Mr. Folklore. Hi, and Jabe. How's it going, guys?
T-shirts arrived. There you go.
Arrived. See, it wasn't just chatting shit. Sarah, how's it going, Sarah? Awesome.
Got my shirt. There you go. James got his shirt as well.
It's
So
what it is, we had a pre-order before Christmas for this. Oh my God, I can't. For this fab design that you did for us, Ilan. And there was delays and things went wrong and we had to get the whole batch reprinted. And so everyone who pre-ordered it like at the end of November, they got sent out about a fortnight ago. But yeah, they've arrived now and we've actually got that design up in the store. But I also ordered some of the original, another batch of the originals. Yeah, because we haven't had those T-shirts since the very start. Well, since 2018. So it was all of the new guys who've joined us never had an opportunity to get one of them. So yeah. Anyway,
I'm looking forward to getting my T-shirt as well because I've outgrown all of my Horror Club T-shirts now. So this is the best opportunity I have to pre-order myself like an extra large T-shirt. So yeah, looking forward to
it. So they turned up and they're fucking boss. I also got some. Oh my God, some patches made. Oh my God, I can't tell where my camera is.
Where they're like with one hand behind it.
Cool.
So yeah. So Katie, you were telling me you thought you were going to get put to death recently.
I was going to get what today?
Chainsawed.
Oh, phew. I don't know. You glitched when you said the word, so we just heard like blanked to death.
Blankety blank.
Put comments in the chat what you think. So you're gonna get chainsawed to death. Tell us that story.
Me and Sarah went for a walk.
Hi, Sarah.
And thought it was a cow, and then after a while we were lost in the woods at this point, and then like, that's not a cow, that's an actual chainsaw. So we were deciding whether we were going to be killed by a cow, just die in the woods because we got lost, or we were going to get chainsawed to death. And it was that case, so we made it home fine.
You didn't think at any point it was a cow with a chainsaw?
I said it could be a cow with a chainsaw. And then
wait, hang on, I'm confused. So what was it in the end? Just a cow?
No, I don't know what it...
Oh, so hang on, those are the only two sound effects that you know. I know a cow sound effect, and I know a chainsaw sound effect, and if it's not one, it's definitely got to be the other.
But they similar. A cow is like a chainsaw.
What?
If you drag it out.
If you drag it out? What? If you drag a cow out, it sounds like a chainsaw.
No.
Right. Let me derail this a moment. We've got Jill popped up in the chat. Hi, Jill. I hope you're doing really well.
Hi, Jill.
I hope you don't take this as an example of the kind of quality of show that we do, but it kind of really is.
It's a reasonable representation, I think.
It is. But when we do the Q&A with you on Saturday, it's going to be Mariam, and she is very professional. Whereas we're very good at chatting shit. So it'll be fun anyway. However, so maybe we should talk about the event that we've got coming up on Saturday.
Go for it, Chris.
Oh my God. Is Mariam around? Would Mariam jump on and chat?
Mariam is here, but she's working at the moment.
Is she?
Do you want to? Can you log in? Yeah. There you go. Mariam's coming.
You can turn the screen.
No, because you'll see the state of our apartment.
So, I think this film's the reason that my hair is ginger now.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah.
So
I want that hair color. And within about 3 days, I'd just done it.
Yeah, because I wasn't aware, Alabama, that you are a hairdresser. So this film could potentially be about you. I mean, for those who haven't seen the film yet.
Those who haven't seen either could be.
Yeah.
You know what we could do. So let's start by saying on this coming Saturday we have an online screening of a film called The Stylist. It's the debut feature film from Jill. Mariam, can Mariam tell us how to pronounce her surname properly? Because I don't want to make a pig's ear of it.
Mariam is literally just doing the hair next to him.
No,
okay.
Gavagishian, no? Am I saying it right?
But we're not live anymore, right?
Yes, we are live.
We're live. Yes. Hi.
Oh, damn it. Hey, guys. Gavargizian.
Excellent. So we've got quite a lot of the Liverpool Horror Club crew in the chat. Jill's joined us as well, which
Jill.
is really nice. But we haven't talked about her film yet. So even though we're like 10 minutes into the stream.
Oh, darn.
So on Saturday we are showing The Stylist. Here we go. The debut feature film by Jill Guvargizion. Handily prompted.
There we go.
So, for all future reference.
Thank you, Jill.
So much. And this is a fabulous debut. It's a horror thriller. It is and it's God, oh my God, I can't talk about these kind of things. It's why, even though it's Jill's first feature film, it's been picked up to be released on Arrow, which is a stunning achievement for any director, never mind as a first film.
Already,
So,
wow.
Yeah,
Exceptional.
exactly. Yeah. I do have the trailer lined up. You know what? We could show the trailer. I don't know if everyone's seen it. Let me show the trailer. It's about a minute and a half, and we will come back to everyone after showing this and talk more about the event. Okay?
Before you press,
Sure.
too many.
You muted yourself.
I've muted myself because you can hear it and your
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I'll mute myself. Speak.
Hello. Yeah. So this is, but this specific screening is also going to be for Women in Horror Month, right? So that's why this is a particularly important film that we wanted to screen. Yeah, because it's Women in Horror Month.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we have an awful lot of talking points about this. I'll show the trailer and then we'll get into it a little bit. Okay. When I play the trailer, it automatically mutes you guys anyway, so you're safe.
Hi. Right this way. So, what's the plan?
I wish my hair would do that. But we all want what we don't have.
I guess we all want what we don't have.
Claire, this is amazing. Can't wait to see this with the dress.
Oh, neither can I. So, how's the wedding madness?
Getting married turns you into such a narcissist. I am actually nervous.
It's gonna be great. I love you.
Tell me about you, Claire.
I do hair. You get to go in and out of people's lives. You hear stories.
The hairstylist. She's creepy. Doesn't Liv actually know her?
You give life advice.
I guess we all want what we don't have.
It's almost like having a family.
Claire, are you okay?
What are you doing? Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a stunning film. You know, the whole palette of it. It's really gorgeous. It's one of these.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah, it's absolutely one of these. Every picture, what's the phrase? Every frame a painting. It's beautiful looking film.
And the music's incredible as well. It's definitely got that that kind of retro modern kind of like feel to it. I love that kind of music, that kind of score. It just sounds beautiful. That's not just for the trailer, right, Jill? Is that the music for the film as well? I'm asking genuinely. I haven't seen the film yet, so I'm legitimately looking forward to watching this on Saturday. But I just want to say as well, I have kind of like a minor phobia to hairdressers. Not like the people themselves. So Alabama, I'm not scared of you as a human being. I'm scared of going to get my hair cut. And it's not like a fear. I'm not worried that someone's going to jump out and stab me when I'm getting my hair cut. But when I was a kid, my mum used to take me to the hairdressers, and she would say what I what haircut I was getting to the guy. And yeah, so and I always hated it that he moved. Like, I never seemed to get my head in the right position for what they needed me to do. So it was always felt like they were always passive aggressive about how they moved my head as well. So it's like that, and I was just sitting there really uncomfortable, paralyzed. And they did the thing with the mirror, and I don't know what they want me to do. Yes, that is the back of my head, it always made me feel really uncomfortable. So when some people have like anxiety going to the dentist, I have anxiety getting my hair cut, which is why I look like a mess like 10 months in a year. I'm hoping this film cures that. I'm hoping at the end of this film that I will no longer have that anxiety. So
not sure that'll be the case. So
yeah, you picked the wrong film for that.
Yeah. Tune in next Thursday for another Ilan therapy session.
Since we are talking about hairdressers and therapy, just another joke, I guess. So something I did. So I remember doing a drama class once when I was like younger, and at some point I was told, right, okay, you have to pretend that you're having your hair cut. No, you're a hairdresser. So I was like, all right, I can do that. So I was standing behind a person and stuff like that. And they were like, so, I saw where you're going on holiday and all that lot. And they were like, oh, I'm going to Tenerife. Oh, brilliant. So how was your mum? And the person in the chair was like, what? It's like, how's your mum? And it's like, you don't ask that. It's like, yeah, hairdressers always ask that, don't they? And I didn't realize. Because, so in my small Welsh town, my mum came from Israel. So I didn't realize that in my Welsh town, my mum was kind of a celebrity in the sense that, like, oh, she's an outsider. she's got her own genetic code and everything. So yeah, whenever I went to the hairdresser was always keen to find out what's happening with that Israeli woman. So they were always asking me lots of questions about my mum. And I just thought that was the normal thing that hairdressers ask people, but it turns out no, that's just something that happens to me. So yeah, I was just Anyway, no more hairdressing stories from me.
No, but I mean, Kate. Yeah. No, I mean, Katie as a hairdresser, the chat is part of it, isn't it? Totally, isn't it? It's getting to know your client, surely.
And telling the 10 times a day to 10 different clients.
Yeah. Has anyone? What's the weirdest thing someone's ever told you while having their haircut?
Me. In the salon I used to work in, my boss had to pull me aside and was like, "You can't talk to clients about serial killers and horror films and weird things that you know and the occult."
Not if they don't want to hear it.
I just hear that, so I'm like, "Did you know Anton LaVey is a really shit Satanist?" And they're like, "It's not my clients. I think my clients now stay with me because they're weird as well. So I don't get like the old ladies, their perms anymore. I get like basically my mates, or I've made them be my friends."
Well, that means that you love all the clients that you work with because you know they're going to be into whatever documentary or YouTube video or podcast you recently heard about serial killers and horror. So, I mean, there is an upside to that.
I know that's why my salon's called Die My Darling. Like, it's pretty much sums up the type of clientele that I've got.
Yeah. Oh my God. We should, we should be having the conversation with Jill now. We should have logged her into this already because, she's very much our crowd. I don't know if you guys.
I wonder if you can do a secondary screening of the film in your salon at some point, because several times I've noticed that you have like a TV kind of like that you can watch while you're waiting for your hair to be cut. This would be an amazing film to have, while you're waiting.
Just
have it running in the background and see if people get onto it. It's like, this is what's going on in the
Or have people get their hair cut whilst the movie is running. So, like, okay, amongst the dozen hairdressers and stylists that we booked for today, one of them is a serial killer and 11 are normal stylists. But you guys don't know which one it is. So everyone's going to sit there and have their hair cut. They don't know which is the mysterious killer stylist. We'll make a game out of it.
Yeah.
Standard, like a standard salon film. Like, this is just what runs if you come on a Saturday. Like, that is what happens.
I think Arrow will issue licenses to all salons at a discount rate.
Take that instead.
I'm all for that. That is great marketing.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe when we do our next splatter show, Katie, maybe you should do a stylist routine and coat everyone in gore after you scalp someone.
I think I did that last
You could
time.
throw wigs into the crowd at the end. You know, when you're done dancing, instead of just throwing your bra off stage, you take a scalp and like throw it into the audience.
What was I had to get?
Fake blood everywhere.
What last time was it intestines?
Say that again.
What did you have to make me last time? Was it intestines?
Oh, I made intestines. Yeah, you were killing.
Yeah.
It was Devil's Reject, so you were killing a copper. So yeah, I made your intestines, and
You can make me a wig.
I can easily make it. You could just scalp someone. I mean, surely you've got scalps handy.
I've got heads everywhere.
Yeah,
But it needs to be fresh. It needs to be fresh if it lies around for 2, or like dried.
Yeah.
Okay, well there's right. Okay, well it's a little too handy for my taste, but I'll accept that.
Chris,
Right,
just as a recap for myself as well. I think I remember you saying it yesterday to me. But did Jill also work on that short with Lawrence Harvey? That was the conversation we had yesterday, right?
Call girl. Yeah.
Yes.
So, yes. So, right. Let me get slightly back on track. So the format for the night is we are going to start off with an introduction to say hi to you guys. Then we're going to show a short block of Jill's previous work. Probably about 20 minutes, 25 minutes of short. Call Girl with Lawrence Harvey and Tristan Risk is part of that block. And I know our guys are very fond of Lawrence Harvey.
And Tristan Risk.
Hey?
And Tristan Risk.
Oh yeah, but I mean, they've met Lawrence Harvey. While Tristan's said she'll absolutely come and do one of our cabaret shows, she hasn't been in the UK, in the last couple of years, so it hasn't happened yet. But yeah, so we've got a short block of her previous work. Then we're going to show the movie, and then approximately 10 p.m. we are going to go into a full Q&A with Jill, Najara Townsend, and Bree Grant, who are the 2 lead actors in the film. Mariam's going to be conducting that Q&A, and we're definitely very much looking forward to it. So one of the things with the movie coming out on Arrow, so it's going to be on the Arrow Player from the 1st of March as well, so anyone can catch up with it again if they want to view it, and it'll be released on disc later in the year, around June, I think. So because this is an Arrow release, and we're gonna. God, someone help me out! I'm tripping over my words.
I don't know what you're gonna say. I can't help you out.
I know. So
the gifts, merch.
This is the point I'm getting at, isn't it? We are, as part of the Q&A, we are fielding questions. We would like people to contribute questions to the Q&A. And for our favorite questions and ones that are featured, Arrow have sent us some Blu-rays, special editions. I
want that copy of Wreck, that's for certain.
Oh, Is this me? So we have special editions of Beyond Reanimator and Wreck as well, and these are absolutely jam-packed with special features. There's so much stuff on them. Fabulous releases. We've got 5 copies of each, and if you want a copy of it, Elan, you're going to have to submit a really good question, because these we can't keep them. I've got to give them out legitimately to all of our lovely guys out there. And I dare say, I've got T-shirts and patches and badges and stuff. I've got loads of stuff to send out to people as well. So please fire your questions into our social media.
Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to kind of like get into the questions in time. I imagine everyone's going to have questions. So since Jill's in the chat now, just briefly, I want to kind of like ask, because I remember seeing Call Girl very quickly after first seeing Human Centipede 2 and American Mary. So you must have like jumped on them like as soon as they appeared on the the screens, to be able to combine them into a short so quickly. So I'm interested in knowing how that came about. So if you could type in a response to that, that'd be great. Because like I said, it was immediate. It was like I literally watched Human Centipede, and then I went to a screening of American Mary, and I remember kind of like only a few weeks later or something happened. I think it was is it the A to Z of horror, or is it something? Am I right in thinking it was the A to Z of horror? Is that what it was featured on?
Call Girl.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was a short released on its own. Yeah, I could be wrong. I don't know that Jill directed it. She might have been the producer on it or the writer.
Okay, but still,
not 100%.
On them as actors, that was a brilliant call for Call Girl.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, write in with your question, and we'll see if we can field it on Saturday. Or maybe write your questions out and pass it to the lady to your side. Right. So what else have we got going on? Tell. Do that. I crush your head.
It's like watching
I can't coordinate my own arm. It's just, the perspective is all off.
Oh, that one.
Go, whatever. Whoa.
There you go. Jill's message in. I met Lawrence at a horror con right after Centipede 2 released. We became friends right away. Then, like a year later, I visited Lawrence in LA while he was filming Centipede 3. That's also when American Mary was premiered in LA. So we met at Tristan Risk at the same time.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
Yeah, because our first festival, the first ever Liverpool Horror Festival, we were promoting Human Centipede 3 because they gave us a bunch of Blu-rays, and that's how Lawrence Harvey got involved as well, and he did a bunch of signings for people. So our first ever festival event had Lawrence Harvey for promoting the same thing.
Yeah, and everyone wanted photos of him on his hands and knees with their face pressed into his bottom.
Not everyone. Just a very limited, creepy few.
Zombina and Skeletons. I've seen a Zombina and Skeletons centipede with Lawrence Harvey at the front.
Because Lawrence Harvey's a lovely guy, an amazing guy, and if you guys in the chat met him, then you know that firsthand. But the first time I met him, Mariam, can you mute yourself? Because I'm still hearing like my voice twice.
No, I accidentally reloaded the page. Now I can't find it.
Oh, there you go. You did it then. Sorry. So when I first met him, it was like in a very high pressured scenario. It was kind of like, right, we need to get. I think Janine picked him up from the train station, or did I pick him? I don't even remember who picked him up from the train station. Someone picked up Lawrence Harvey from the train station. And we, jumped in a cab. We got to the event. Shook hands, showed him what the area is going to be in. If he needs anything, give us a shout and stuff like that. But that was the extent of our interactions with him. And we were just hoping that, because Janine was in charge of looking after him and making sure that he was fine. And by the end of kind of like all the signings and stuff like that, and it became the nighttime gig, you know, he said, "Oh, am I okay just, you know, still hanging around and having a few drinks and stuff?" And we're like, yeah, that's fine. You know, not a problem. If you need anything, though, you know, let us know. And on that first horror festival, he had this thing where if you wanted a photograph with him, it was like, fine, okay, but buy me a drink first. And it turned out that was, well, one way or another, that was either a terrible idea or a brilliant idea from his part, because he got wrecked. And at the end of the festival, I had to walk him home. So I hadn't even like shared a conversation with him yet. So I was walking home with the guy from Human Centipede 2. And yes, I know he's a human and we've met him several times, we've chatted several times, but I'd just seen Human Centipede 2 not too long ago. And I thought, this is the weirdest night walking home with someone ever. Got him to the hotel and he was telling me that it was like, you know, one of the best, you know, one-day festivals he'd ever been to. And, you know, it was really, you know, it was a great moment for us, because I think, you know, hearing him saying that, it was really special. And again, he's been to our events several times, and, you know, we've crossed paths with him a number of times. And yeah, I think he's a fantastic guy.
When I met it was really funny because I worked in a horror bar and he was sat in there drinking, and it was apparently a bar that was full of horror fans and not one person had noticed who he was. And I said to my manager, was like, "Joe, the guy from Human Centipede sat over there," and he was like, "Go and get a photo with him quick." And in the end, it just ended up a photo of him outside with no one else in it. But he was like, so I was just taking his drinks over to him and talking to him. And then I think one person had heard me say to our manager that the guy from Human Centipede sat over there. And suddenly everyone decided that they did recognize him and were getting photos with him. And you know, when you sat there thinking, you've just heard me say that, you didn't know who he was 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, absolutely swamped, I bet.
And then he left harassing him.
Yeah. So Call Girl was directed by Jill. But yeah, it looks like it was all about the timing. You know, we're spoiling our conversation, our Q&A for Saturday night.
Well, this is why I didn't mind asking about this, is because it's not about the film. You know, it's about a short that Jill worked on, which I still really you know, I still remember as being kind of like, again, perfectly timed when it was released. It was kind of like it helped solidify that Lawrence Harvey was a part of the horror genre. So yeah, I think when the short Call Girl came out, it was for me very, very memorable and important at the time. So that's why I'm asking questions about that, because I don't really want to ask any questions about the film that you're going to watch on Saturday.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the point is there's just going to be so much to talk about, you know, because there's so many aspects to all of these things, you know, the movie in itself, and we're going to have, you know, Jill and the two lead actors there, you know, so there's so much, too much to delve into. And Jill runs her own screening events as well, you know, like we do the Horror Club. She does her own regular kind of event like that as well, you know, so we've got so much in common. Absolutely have to get her across here sometime when she's in the UK.
There's actually a little bit of trivia. There's a little bit of trivia that I did want to spoil right now before the film, and that is that you will see a little dog in the movie, and I didn't know this until Jill and I spoke. That dog is actually one of Jill's puppies. So when you see it in the movie, you will know to look out for her little poochie baby.
Pram. Is that
the one in the pram?
No, one of our dogs has got its own Instagram.
Oh, okay. Is that true?
My dog.
As you do. Right. What do we need to talk about? Anything else regarding what we're doing on Saturday? Everything is on our website, liverpoolhorrorclub.co.uk. If you want to join in, we have an option for ticket prices from £3 to £13. We understand some people are having a harder time, so we're trying to make it affordable. If you want to contribute a little bit more, that's awesome too. Whatever works, it all averages out. Okay, yeah, there's the Instagram. If you want to follow one of Jill's puppies, there we go. So I think I've covered most of it. We need your questions. Just take part in it. We've got the shorts are fabulous, the movie's fabulous, the Q&A is going to be really good fun, and yeah, reason why you shouldn't join in. The short and the movie are you've got to pay for a ticket. The live stream Q&A will be broadcasting free of charge, but obviously if you haven't seen the movie, then you're going to struggle with some of the content, and I dare say it'll be full of spoilers too. So please, please get involved. Right, what's next? Who wants to talk about some horror? Ilan, tell us what you've been doing. Tell us about some of your projects.
I've been talking a lot. I think Mariam's, because I don't know how long we've got Mariam, but Mariam has always got a story.
No pressure.
Oh. Mariam is choosing to go down to 4 frames a second for your pleasure.
Sorry.
Okay, doesn't matter. So
she's also muted.
She is muted, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, the signal on my phone just decided to hate me and embarrass me in front of millions of people following us. Did you just ask a question that I failed to reply to?
We asked you what's going on with you and other stories to tell us.
Oh, what's going on with me? Well, it feels exciting, and yet I don't know what I don't have much to talk about yet because the projects are in such weird stages. But I am alive. I am healthy. I still have my lizard. I haven't killed my lizard after, well, this is my 11th year of having her. She's turning 14 this year. I'm a proud iguana mama. I know, well done. I know. Big girl. She's going to be getting her driver's license soon. It's crazy.
Really?
How quickly they grow up. Yeah. And I'll get her a little like lizard clown car. But other than that, I spend a lot of my time. I think my favorite hobby has been not just meeting other people in the industry, regardless of whether they make horror films or horror art or horror comic books or whatever, horror music, whatever they make, but actually asking all of them for real life spooky stories. That's kind of become my new favorite hobby. And if I do manage to interview them on my computer, I try to record them as well. So I've been collecting real life spooky stories from people from the horror industry, and it is easily that and baking bread are easily my favorite hobbies at the moment. So it's life has been good.
She did that once.
It's good. It's been good. Yeah. But yeah. So other than that,
is all about lockdown's all about baking and cakes. Definitely.
For a while we didn't have any flour here. Flour was gone. Toilet paper, I think, was gone for everyone, but it's back. And I'm using it, and I'm also on a kimchi trip. For some reason, I'm all about frying up kimchi with my rice and eggs lately. But anyway, and other stuff as well. But good to answer your question in short. I've been good. Thank you for asking.
Katie, how are you?
So exciting. So much nothingness.
So from my side of things, I've had a very busy year last year. Internationally, worked on some really interesting projects. I've actually got I think 16 Blu-rays coming out this year with my artwork on the cover. Since Arrow is going to be involved kind of with this screening, the Clapboard Jungle by Justin McConnell, that's being released with my artwork on the cover. So I'm excited by that. I've also got the German release of The Last Unicorn, which I'm super excited about because that was a movie that I watched growing up a lot. And I always thought it was really weird that there's a giant eagle with 3 boobs. And so when I got the gig to do some artwork for The Last Unicorn, I was like, that thing is going on the cover somewhere.
So how many boobs do eagles normally have?
Hopefully none. I don't know. I don't think birds. Yeah, birds don't have nipples, do they? That's definitely not a thing.
I'm pretty sure there is such thing as a blue-footed booby. I'm pretty sure that is a bird. I could be wrong.
Babe, they're called blue tits.
Yeah, I've never tried milking an eagle.
I don't know how far you'd get with that without, ripping your face up.
It's illegal.
Is it illegal to milk an eagle? No one knows.
I was once attacked by an Egyptian vulture. It was like,
where were you?
I was in an aviary somewhere in somewhere in the Midlands. But yeah, there was a big aviary full of all these exotic birds, and an Egyptian vulture landed right next to me and then went for me. It was like, I tried to.
Well, I mean, you do look like a carcass, so don't blame the bird.
I've spent many years getting to the point where I look like I'm ready
Hard
to die.
work.
So, yeah.
Hard work.
I feel all this banter is overshadowing my achievements, so thank you guys.
No, we're humbling you. It's part of the process. One day you'll be like this
What's wrong,
super
lad? You
famous
proud of
Blu-ray
something.
cover designer.
You're really proud of the hard work that you've done. Let's talk about Chris's nipples and eagle nipple.
So you've got 16 covers coming out. Do any of them have something better than the 3 boobs eagle on them?
Wow, I mean,
how dare you?
It's open question.
I mean,
Resident Evil, that was cool.
Well, you can't say, you can't.
What? Can I not say that? Is it not released yet?
Shush.
Oh, sorry, I'm gonna mute myself.
I was just watching Marion fail to silence herself.
Nobody heard that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to announce these things. That's why I'm being kind of like elusive about these.
I mean that other movie, Resident Oval. Obviously, it's not the same thing.
We're proper full on Streisand affecting this now.
Right, I've taken her out of the stream for now. Okay.
Oh, can I have a button that does that?
Right, behave.
So yeah. I mean, some other films that are exciting. There's some exciting things that I haven't been able to announce yet for legal reasons. And professionally, if I announce them now, I might not get a gig again in the future. So. You all right, babe? You okay?
I just want to be clear that I'm laughing because it's funny, but I'm not proud.
Yeah, so that's your breaking news segment.
I was allowed to mention The Last Unicorn, thankfully, as well as the Tomb Raider 1 and 2, the Angelina Jolie ones. I've done the covers for that. It's not very horror, but there are horror elements in the second one for certain. So yeah.
So
yeah, some exciting projects.
Excellent. I did. So yeah, because I was chatting to you last night, and you were talking about some of the other things you've done. I don't know what I'm allowed to mention now, so I'm just going to keep my mouth shut.
Same.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's going, like I said, it's going super well. Oh yeah, in Canada, I did a cover for Dead Dicks. So if anyone wants to get the ultimate Canadian edition of Dead Dicks,
Show them the CD with the hole.
all right, okay, so
You're
there's
very
Dead
low
Dicks.
resolution.
That's how I feel at the moment. It's fine.
Low
So yeah,
resolution.
so the film's called Dead Dicks. It's a very powerful and very emotional film, to be honest. But the directors have a very strong sense of humor and stuff. So there's the cover, but I did it so that it features on the disc as well, and you can basically put your finger
Let
through
me
it.
just full screen you.
So there's my Dead Dick disc. And they knew that I was going to do that, and they thought it was a fantastic idea. In fact, if I line it up like this,
you're so pixelated we can barely make out what's going on, I'm afraid.
Maybe that's still better.
Only 3 pixels of penis at this point. Am I allowed to say penis? I don't know what the rules are, but yes, only 3 pixels of penis.
So Raven Banner. So that's being released by Raven Banner. So yeah, that's exciting too.
Yes, you can say penis, Mariam.
Mariam, do you want to use this opportunity to tell our followers about the Grim Exchange?
Yes.
Yeah, I could. So if you haven't seen me spam our group already, I co-host and co-produce a show called The Grim Exchange, which is an online horror entertainment news show. And the next episode will actually have Alabama Worley in it because she plays a Guess That Horror Icon Women in Horror Month edition. So you can look at illustrations done by Uncle Frank Productions and see if you can guess them quicker than she does. We have uploaded the episode twice over the last 48 hours and gotten 2 strikes. So hopefully when it goes up today, it will stay online and not get struck down because we used clips of Scream or the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So wish us good luck.
Oh my days. Surely, I mean, you're allowed to use things for review and critique.
So it counts as fair use, and we've gotten strikes before. I think when you do anything that's either news or educational, those are 2 segments where you can use citation as fair use. We just dispute it, and they give you a list of things you can cross as to why you're disputing it, and we've always crossed, fair use. However, for this particular episode, they're not giving us fair use as an option when we dispute it. And we can't just randomly pick something else. And I don't know if it's because of these particular films or what the deal is. So we've had to go back and re-edit the episodes to take them out completely and then upload them again. So
really?
Usually, you're right. If it's all educational, these clips are usually in like the little segment that's kind of like a mini documentary within the episode, or it's in the news headlines at the beginning. And it's all algorithms. It's really messy, but technically you're right. Legally, it's fair use, and we could get a lawyer, but obviously,
well, I mean, you can't even get
time for
talk
that.
to anyone. Yeah, you can't even get talking direct to anyone to dispute these things properly. So it's at the mercy. Yeah,
it's probably a minute.
Absolutely. Well, and at this point, it's still the programs. It's all automated. It's not people looking at it. So robots, once again, sticking it to the humans, whatever. But I do recommend you guys, because this is going to be our 7th episode. So we have 6 episodes out there already. It's basically a bi-weekly show. And if you're a horror fan and you just want to catch up on what's going on in the industry, this show is from horror fans for horror fans. We feature independent people from the field in every single episode, whether they're independent filmmakers or academics or cosplayers. We talk to all kinds of people. So if you just want to have, it's over half an hour. If you just want to have it run, just go watch it. Homework. The Grim Exchange on YouTube. Go.
Sorry, I keep interrupting.
Katie is in this one. Alabama Whirly
that's why
/ Katie, aka
you,
Thug of the Liverpool Horror Club.
and that's why YouTube doesn't like it.
Yeah,
Uh,
Facebook was
I mean,
me because I said
she's just too darn beautiful for the internet. No one can handle it. But yeah, Katie's in this one, and she talks about the event on Saturday and about the stylist. And it was super fun watching her guess it whilst I was in the chat because I didn't want to record my own voice, and then editing it down to all her like moments of despair because she didn't recognize the character. It's like, oh, I'm gonna hate myself. You're gonna tell me, and I'm gonna be like, oh, damn. And I was like, yes. So it's lots of fun, and I definitely recommend you checking it in. I'll put it in the group once the episode is successfully uploaded.
Awesome. Look forward to it.
I got banned off Facebook for 24 hours because I said women's toilets were dirtier than men's. Hours, and I disputed it, and then they were still like not coming back. So because I'm really,
did you show them the receipts?
I disputed it even further to an independent board that control Facebook banning, even though I knew by the time they read that I'll be back on Facebook. But I was like, no, I'm not having it.
So is that like some kind of feminist hate speech?
They said promoting hate speech, and basically I was misogynistic against toilets.
Hate towards toilets.
Against toilets.
What was it you said? Fuck the system.
Fuck the system.
So I think I mean, let's just remind everyone that this Saturday there's a screening, and that's why we're talking for 51 minutes. But yes, so just a reminder to everyone to make sure you pick up your tickets for this Saturday's screening of
The Stylist.
The Stylist.
Okay,
I'm sure we got it nearly simultaneous.
It's our women in horror screening. It's a fantastic film, and yeah, so just wanted to interject that into the conversation because we want people to watch it.
And not only is the film really interesting to watch, but there are a lot of layers. It's not just the story we're looking at, which is very interesting, but it's also what? Layers, yes, but it's also the production and its thought process that went into the design. Jill and I already had a really interesting pre-conversation just to figure out what direction we're going in. And even that pre-conversation was so fascinating. So once we actually, narrow it down to some interesting topics for her and the cast to chat about, and you guys have questions that you can save as well for Jill, for Najara, for Bria, it's going to be a really good one. And it's really rare. I know we try to do this whenever we can, but it really is hard to find events where you don't only see an interesting film from the independent circuit with that kind of potential, but you get the opportunity to actually communicate with the people who made it. It really shines a different light on the project. And I strongly recommend you guys come on Saturday, watch a film, participate in the Q&A, and just what else are you doing? You're at home anyway. So no, it's a good one, you guys. It's a good one. Or we will send the Egyptian vultures that attack Chris at you if you're not there. And don't say, oh, I want that. No, it is the worst option of all the options.
If only I could have brought it home next time.
So I mean, again, this is the first time I've spoken to a lot of you guys. So other than watching The Stylist this Saturday, has anyone seen any good horror films that I want to recommend as well?
Willy's Wonderland.
Oh, have you seen that? Have you?
So good. I don't even like Nicolas Cage, but it's so good.
All right, I'll put that on my list.
I saw one that's running this festival circuit called Sweet River. It's an Australian film. And considering they shot that film in like 17 days on a low budget and with whatever restrictions they had, I thought that was a very strong film. It's a mix of thriller and supernatural, but like a nice mature pacing. as opposed to Boom Boom Boom. But that kind of popped out of nowhere. I've been watching that in the festival circuit, so I recommend that one too.
And Chris, have you seen anything recently that I recommend?
The thing that stands out's got to be Psycho Gorman. It's it's almost like
where were you keeping that? Did you time that? Was that choreographed? How weird is that? Where were you hiding it? I'm literally next to you. You don't have any pockets. I don't understand.
Where did you pull it out from?
I am not going to touch that. I thought the Dead Dicks disc was bad enough, but I'm not even going to go near Psycho Gorman. You better replace your Xbox when we're done watching that. It's gross.
I've got a copy. We're going to be watching this tomorrow night at some point. So yeah, I'm excited to watch that because I've heard loads of good things about it. But that's my limited edition media book release of it. So like, yeah, I'm glad you think that is great.
I can't.
I will add as my film that I've watched, I really enjoyed, and it's only because it came out at the right time and it's done so well. Is Host? Is it still called The Host or Host?
Host.
It's the found footage kind of like Zoom movie. I think I've been doing so many Zoom chats and conversations and business meetings and stuff like that. And when I put it on and watched it, it felt so authentic and so real as a found footage Zoom horror film. I thought it was perfectly done, and it perfectly captured not only the issues that people have with the tech side of things, but also kind of like, yeah, the interactions that people have, the little minute kind of interactions that people have over Zoom. I thought it was a great film. So if you can find a copy of that somewhere, yeah, here we go.
Yeah. Well, say that again.
Where?
It's still on Shudder.
We don't get Shudder in Germany.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, for a while, we were on Shudder, but everything was in German only. It's like even English movies, where it's like Hammer films or whatever it was at the time, like classic films. It's like, who dubbed this?
Yeah.
Why is it even dubbed in German? It's purely dubbed so that they don't have to pay a license for the UK.
Yeah, and Shudder don't offer subtitles. Naughty Shudder.
No way of communicating it.
Yeah.
So
anyway, one Peter mentioned Possessor. That's probably one of my favorite films in the last few years.
I was considering watching it, but then I heard a review of it, and it kind of made it sound more sci-fi than anything else. And I was like, oh, I didn't think it was going to be a sci-fi. So a part of me kind of like was put off by it. I'm not going to not watch it, but I felt like I needed to be in a certain state of mind for it. When I think I want to watch a horror film, I felt I wasn't going to watch Possessor.
It's sci-fi in the way that Black Mirror is sci-fi. It's kind of near future. Kind of it proposes a technology, but then it just runs with it. It's pretty super. Cronenberg. There's something in their genes, Antiviral was it was a hard watch, but it was super interesting. But Possessor is so good, such a accomplished movie. Absolutely one of my favorite films last few years. Definitely. Right. Are we going to call it a day? It's been super nice seeing so many kind of voices and faces pop up in the chat. Reminds me like it's been so long since we've had a proper event. We've been able to catch up with everyone.
It's an old one, Nathan. But no, definitely. I've missed being able to kind of like do things with not just with generally with people, because obviously I'm here in Germany and I'm not able to kind of like spend any time in Liverpool, but specifically the Liverpool horror community. Being able to share experiences with you guys, it's I miss it a lot. You're a very unique group of people. And you won't find that anywhere else in the world.
We are a unique group of people, not you. You're the same weirdos as everybody else.
Yeah, people, really? People? Weirdos. I think that.
Egyptian vulture target boards.
Yeah.
What
Are we
are you saying,
people?
Alabama?
I'm not sure.
I sorted out all my stage costumes the other day to put them into storage, which was really sad on it. But the amount of my stage costumes that are covered in fake blood and completely stained by it because of Horror Club. I didn't know you could.
They're not stains, they're stories.
Like costumes from Splatter Cabaret, and I'm like, why haven't I just been this? Like, when am I actually going to be able to use this again? It's so blood stained.
Yeah. Wrecked. Yeah.
But I've got to the point now where, because I've done that many online performances, I say that many, I've done like 3. Was working the other day where I was trying to film one, so I shouted down the stairs, "Have we got any fake blood anywhere?" And he just come up the stairs and was like, "I'm on a work call and everyone's just heard you shout that." And I'm like, no.
But that should be standard for work calls.
Coming shopping on the first.
You said fake. I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah.
I say fake because we're on Facebook.
So I guess one more time, just so everyone knows, this Saturday is the screening of The Stylist.
Whoop whoop!
It's our screening to celebrate Women in Horror Month. I've been told lots of great things about it. It's doing really, really well on the festival circuit. Arrow have already scooped it up to be released by themselves. So yeah, it's already hit that kind of like that bar. It's basically gained cult status without even being released yet. So that's impressive in itself. So yeah, I'm super looking forward to seeing it on Saturday with you guys and being part of the Q&A. So everyone, if you haven't got a ticket yet, scoop one up.
Yep. Visit the website www.liverpoolhorrorclub.co.uk for all of your needs.
Your scooping needs.
And keep an eye out for Psycho Gorman if you can find it, or Last Unicorn, my cover with the boobies on it.
Bluebird. All right, you guys. See you Saturday, and start preparing your questions. You beautiful bitches.
Yes. Throw your questions on our social media, Facebook, Instagram. We've got a Twitter, but I don't know. Does anyone want to take over our Twitter? Because we're terrible at using it. Volunteers.
I'm glad I understand my phone.
I got a quick question while we're all here, Chris. I know there's a lot of uncertainty at the moment, but I mean, if you had to put a guesstimate on whether you feel that you can kind of like in your head assume something would be happening, when do you reckon we could, if everything is going on? Because I don't know. When I'm in Germany, so it's like I know where it's going to be like here. And when they say that easing is going to happen here, when do you feel we might have an opportunity, even if there's restrictions still, to have a physical horror fest event, a horror club event?
So the UK roadmap suggests that things will be fully opened up. Is it June, middle of June?
June.
Yeah, and yes, and there's going to be lightening of restrictions and things in the months leading up to that, but everything's going to be caveated by they have to hit certain numbers. If we're absolutely honest, we don't feel that we're probably going to be able to do a regular event as we would normally do it. Until July time, just be realistic about it. We are looking to try and do a large scale event in August. We hope that kind of buffer will give us enough time that things are starting to run then. But yeah,
Mariam looks shocked.
Shocked or tired. Yeah, we small scale event short notice. You know, if we can get a room full of 30 people and it's safe and it's okay, and you know we can easily tick off the compliance, we'll absolutely do that, and we'll probably do that. You know, at short notice. So I think everyone's got a passion to get together and watch some ridiculous films with us. But yeah, August we're looking at do something a bit larger scale. We're busy trying to put that into motion with the hope that, you know, come, you know, by the start of June we'll have a definite thumbs up that it's, you know, we will be safe for that kind of time scale. But just everything's play it by ear. Really
oh yeah,
is.
of course. I just wanted to just get an image of hope and you know a chance to like cross paths with everyone, because I'm strongly assuming that there'll be a Christmas event.
Christmas market. The Christmas market will have to be back on. Yeah.
So you know, I'm in the mindset that there should definitely be a Christmas event by everything that I'm hearing and seeing that's happening in the UK. So I'm banking on seeing everyone at least at the latest kind of like Christmas.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed. Yeah. As soon as we can, you know, like say, we can put stuff together at short notice. So as soon as it seems feasible, we're just going to dive into things. You know, we cancelled too many events last year. This year, what year are we in? 2021. Lost track.
1987.
Again. Yeah, I mean, we've got a shitload of stuff that we planned and cancelled already. You know, and there's so much more that to do still. I don't know. As soon as we can, we're going to do it. What else I can say beyond that? You know.
Good.
But yeah.
Well, what we can do is online events, and we've got one coming up, and that's Saturday. Bringing it back around, people. Saturday, the Stylist, Women in Horror Month, be there or be a loser. Nailed it. Who's here to high five me? Go on, high five me. High five me. Come on, don't leave me hanging. There we go. Hey.
I'm above you.
There we go. Come on. I've got only one hand, but yes, nailed it. Thank you. I feel support.
And to everyone at home. Oh, they're leaving me hanging.
High-fiving 1,000 angels.
Right. Enough of this shit. Let's go.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, all. Can't wait to see you in real life. Take care.
Bye.
Bye, folks. Right. Saturday. Don't forget, join in. Come and see the Stylist with us and hang out and take part in this amazing Q&A. And we'll see you guys soon. Love yous loads. Bye, all.